Isn't it wild how you can forget what you ate for lunch yesterday, but you can still, without even thinking, recite a nursery rhyme from when you were 5? Well, let's get into that. Because it turns out those little songs, they are anything but simple. They're actually built on this powerful, kind of hidden formula. And today, we're going to take it apart piece by piece. This line, it translates to one fat elephant went for a walk. It's the start of one of the most famous Hindi nursery rhymes out there. And yeah, it sounds simple enough. But this single line, it's our first real key to unlocking the whole formula.
You know, it's not just that they have catchy tunes. There's a whole psychological architecture at play here, a very specific structure that's designed to stick in your memory and have a real emotional impact. So, understanding that structure, that's the whole game. Let's start by breaking down our first piece of evidence. Right, so the story of this one elephant holds our first major clue. See, this rhyme isn't just any old story. It's a special type of story called a cumulative tale. And let me tell you, it works like an absolute charm.
It all starts super simple. One elephant, he's out for a walk, sees a cloud, gets a little spooked, and gets stuck. It's a problem we can all kind of get. But what does he do? He doesn't try to solve it on his own. Nope. He calls for a friend. And this is where the magic really starts to kick in. Now we've got two elephants, but guess what? The problem only gets bigger. Now they're both stuck on this narrow path. And just like that, the pattern is set. You have a problem, you call for one more. It's totally predictable, but you're already leaning in, wondering what's going to happen next.
By the time we get to 3 elephants, things just get wonderfully absurd. They all try to hop on a tiny little bicycle. I mean, come on, that's brilliant, right? It gently raises the stakes in this hilarious way that keeps a kid completely glued to the story. They're not just stuck anymore. They're in this ridiculous situation.
And 4 elephants, they keep the pattern going. They try to sit on a vegetable cart, which of course breaks. That core loop just keeps on spinning. Problem, call another friend. Each new elephant makes the story a little bigger, a little more chaotic, but the structure underneath stays crystal clear and so easy to follow. And finally, we get to the big finish. 5 elephants. They all get caught in a monkey's net, but this time, instead of calling another friend, they actually find a solution. The monkey sets them free, and the whole thing ends with all 5 of them celebrating and dancing together. It's such a satisfying end to all that mounting chaos. So there it is. The first part of our secret formula is revealed, the cumulative loop. It's all about repetition and adding just one new thing at a time. Every step builds on the last, which makes it incredibly easy to remember. And along the way, it's also teaching basic counting and the idea of teamwork. It's like a story engine that runs on pure predictability. Okay, but not all rhymes are trying to build up a big, exciting story. Some are designed to do the exact opposite, to bring everything down, to soothe, and to create this feeling of pure comfort. So let's switch gears and look at a completely different kind of rhyme. Just listen to the energy here. The fan runs above, Ajay sleeps below. It's so quiet, so observant, and repetitive. There's no adventure, no elephants on bicycles. Its purpose is totally different, and the technique it uses is just as clever. Now, here's where it gets really fascinating. The logic of this rhyme is, well, it's weird. It goes from a sleeping kid to peanuts to a missing seed to a line that says, "I am not your maternal uncle." It makes absolutely no sense as a story, but that's the whole point. This is what's called associative rhyming. The words are connected by how they sound and flow together, not by what they mean. It creates this hypnotic, dreamlike vibe that is perfect for lulling a kid to sleep. And check this out. This shows you just how brilliant it is. The rhyme is basically a template. You can swap the name Ajay for Munni, you can change the person bringing the peanuts. The little details, they don't matter at all. What matters is that consistent, predictable rhythm. It's the ultimate comfort song because its form is way more important than its content. All right, so we've seen a formula for getting you excited and a formula for calming you down. But what happens when you take these ancient, really powerful techniques and point them at a very modern goal, like, say, selling something? I bet this sounds a little familiar by now. Come on, let's play. This is from a jingle for an educational app called Apples and Bananas. That repetition, that simple little tune, yep, it's using the exact same principles we've been talking about. But just look at how the formula is being used here. Instead of adding more elephants, the jingle adds features. Puzzles, games, English, math, colors. It's building a case for why you need this app.
And then it doesn't end with a happy dance, it ends with a very direct, very clear command. Download the app. App. It's the nursery rhyme formula put to work for a commercial goal.
So there you have it. The mystery is pretty much solved. That magic that makes these rhymes get stuck in our heads for decades, it isn't magic at all. It's an incredibly powerful and surprisingly versatile formula for communication. Here is laid out for you the complete toolkit. You've got the cumulative narrative, like with the elephants, to build excitement. You've got the hypnotic repetition of the lullaby to create comfort. And you've got the call to action in the jingle to drive behavior. 3 totally different techniques, 3 different goals, all built on those same core principles of repetition, rhythm, and structure. And really, this is the big takeaway. These formulas work so well because they tap directly into how our brains are fundamentally wired to learn and remember things. They build patterns, they manage our expectations, and they deliver these little emotional payoffs. It doesn't matter if you're teaching, soothing, or selling. The principles are universal. This isn't just child's play. It's a straight-up masterclass. So I'll leave you with this question to chew on. Think back to a rhyme from your own childhood, one that's just lodged in your brain. Now that you know the formula, can you kind of see the hidden architecture inside it? Can you see what made it so darn unforgettable?